Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I have watched the Minecraft movie. My little middle boy, my son wanted to watch it, and I'm going to be honest, I saw the trailers and I just I wasn't into it. As a person that is a diehard Minecraft fan that's been playing it on and off for the last decade plus with my wife and with my friends and my kids starting to get invested into it. I mean, it's such a cool video game. One of the best games you could play. And I saw these trailers and I just wasn't all that excited. And now that I've seen the movie, I've got some good news and some bad news. Let's start with the bad news. The bad news is, and I'll go more into details about this, but the Minecraft movie is awful. I mean, it is so bad. I wanted to like it. Like I said, I'm a big fan of the video game, but the movie kind of sucks. The good news is, it's still better than Borderlands, the movie. Do you guys remember Borderlands last year? Yeah, I don't want to remember that movie either, but the Minecraft movie is better than Borderlands, the movie, which I gave some thoughts about that, which I think I said might be the worst movie I've ever seen. Absolutely the worst video game movie I've ever seen. I believe I gave it a 1 out of 10 if I had to give it a score. But yeah, the Minecraft movie was at least better than that movie. The reason why I think the Minecraft movie was awful is because of a lot of reasons. Take, for example, the fact that they shoved, and this isn't really a spoiler, I'm not going to try to cover anything that's spoiler territory, but let's just say there was a stupid side plot, and it was a relationship between a woman and a villager, and it was really stupid, and on top of that, it was a blatant sponsorship for Jeep Grand Cherokee vehicles, and I wish I was joking, but they hit that it was so forced, that sponsorship. It was just mind-numbingly stupid, and unfortunately, we had to see several moments that involved this, and they definitely went out of their way to mention the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and they tried to do it in some sort of comical manner, but it was just downright insulting to the viewers. It was so awful. The pacing of this movie was a little bit rushed at times, I felt. It wasn't the worst pacing, and let me just say that there were some good ideas. It wasn't all bad, like the Borderlands movie. This one actually had some cool ideas and concepts, and I wish without, it's tough to explain because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but I do wish they had really expanded on some of the things. They definitely tried their best to include a lot of themes and concepts from Minecraft, and considering that it was this kind of open message about you should be able to create what you want and don't be afraid to be creative and always go against those that want to stifle your creativity, I actually like that theme and I like that concept. I just wish the execution overall was better, and they did a few things that just kind of got away from that theme in the movie. One such thing is just the comedy all over the place. There was 1 or 2 moments that made me smile and chuckle, but there were so many of those moments that were just bad, not very good, and it kind of dragged. And even my son at times, he's just a kid. He likes Minecraft. You can tell, though, he was bored. He was bored at the movie theater. It didn't really hold his interest during certain moments. And then, while I do think there were genuine moments, and like I said, I really do think a lot of the creators of this movie were trying to be Minecraft-esque. They try to keep it true to the source materials, which I can appreciate. There were some instances they just kind of misfired. Creepers, for example, creeping up and blowing up. Great concept, but for some reason, there are certain moments where the creepers are literally right next to the characters, and they're not blowing up, and there was just a little bit of, it wasn't as cohesive as you would have liked it to be, but I like some of the things. I like the idea of, for example, the characters being able to grab blocks and just throw them down really fast and be able to build really quickly. I like the way they handled crafting tables as another one. I did actually like the way the world looks. I don't like the way a lot of the mobs looked. The villagers in particular looked really creepy. The sheep didn't really do it for me, but the chickens looked really nice. And I know that sounds weird, right? Just talking about random things, but the chickens look good. They looked very accurate to the Minecraft video game. I like the chickens, okay? What do you want from me? But I think the whole thing that kind of just ruined the experience, unfortunately, has to do with the actors. They weren't necessarily bad, but they just weren't well written. And not even someone like Jason Momoa, he can't save it. Jack Black's been in so many of these. He's Jack Black. You know exactly what you get. Doesn't matter if he's plays Steve or some other video game character or Claptrap from Borderlands. Jack Black still, unfortunately, Jack Black. I mean, he did a great Bowser, I thought, in the Super Mario movie, but for the most part, man, it just doesn't work. And that's the biggest issue is these characters, and the writing was just, it was bad, man. It was bad. The jokes didn't always land, and the way these characters are developed and throughout this whole story, Jason Momoa's character, the Garbage Man, yes, they call him the Garbage Man repeatedly in this movie. It was mind-numbingly stupid. But here's the thing, and this is something to consider, especially if you're a parent or you're an adult, is if you have a kid and they really like Minecraft, do I think kids will still enjoy this movie? Yeah, I think kids would enjoy this movie. I mean, if I were to put myself in my shoes, if I was let's just say, for example, a 6-year-old kid, and I was really into Minecraft and I watched this movie, I probably would have enjoyed it. And like I said, I think it will do enough to keep the kids entertained. My kid didn't really get into it all the way, but at the end of the movie, when he finished, I asked him if he liked it. He said he did, right? So you can take that as a good sign. He did look bored at times, but at the same time, he did say he enjoyed it and he really liked certain moments. He said his favorite character was the creepers. He likes creepers. He's a big creeper fan. Good taste, my boy. Good taste. But yeah, that's just it, though. I don't think most parents and most adults are really going for themselves to check out a Minecraft movie featuring Jack Black, and just the premise I don't think is going to captivate a lot of adult audiences. And you know what? As an adult, it's not a very good movie, but if you're looking for something that's a kid's show, it's good enough. And I think that's the thing about it. As I think about this now, is that Minecraft the movie, it's pretty bad. It's not very good, but I do think kids will be entertained, and I do think a lot of people are going to watch this movie and see it, and I think it's going to be a huge success, regardless of my opinions and stuff. So if you're a parent and your kids are asking to go see it, you definitely can let them go see it. They definitely have a really big adult joke that's thrown right in your face, and I don't think most kids will understand the joke, but just be aware of that. There's definitely a big-time adult joke featuring Jack Black and Jason Momoa while they're flying through the air. That's all I'm going to say about that, so just you'll know when you see it. And yeah, there you go. I don't really have too much to say. Like I said, my son didn't seem to be too into it when he watched it. He looked kind of bored at moments, but overall, he said he enjoyed it. Me personally, I kind of hated it. My wife watched it with me. She definitely hated it. She said it's probably the worst movie she's seen in the last 5 years. So she didn't see the Borderlands movie though. So there you go. But yeah, it's definitely garnered towards a younger audience though. So take all of that in consideration. And if you've seen the movie now, I'd love to know what you thought in the comments. If you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you didn't, it's okay to disagree with me on my thoughts and opinions about this. I will not be offended. And as always, thank you so much for watching this. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care.